Hello and welcome everybody to tonight's banger, 6th attempt from WHALEPOWER, 4th attempt from us to this lower bracket final spot to get Division 4, final spot to get in. We're hyped, we're ready, our body's ready, and tonight again joined to my loyal side is Yuma, the one and only. How are you doing?
Yo, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm pumped, man. I have to say, I'm really want to see the games.
I don't want to see them. I'm be honest. I just want them to win. But I know it will be a fiesta, and I'm hyped to cross the game. Let's hope the fourth attempt will be the final one.
Yeah, like we mentioned on Twitter, I mean, one will rise, one will remain. That's how the game works. That's how life is. But yeah, I think for sure, with as non-biased as we can be, we love to see the games. Of course, we want Genetix to win. I think how else can it be? And yeah, I saw you've been talking to the team a little bit beforehand. Do you have maybe some small insight without giving away too much?
Yeah.
The game?
So, I mean, I was a player before as well, right? Or we were players before. So, I'm that kind of guy that always gets nervous. My hands get so cold. And I can't focus, but I was in the Discord chat with the other guys and they were talking about e-girls.
All right.
So I think they are Gucci, they are fine, they are happy to play, and yeah, I don't think that they are too nervous about the games today. On the other hand, I used my Detective Conan skills that I learned from watching the anime and went into the WHALEPOWER Twitch channel. And I saw some comments that were like, oh my god, this game today will be free, will be a quick 2-0. So I'm hyped to show them that we can be more than just a stepping stone.
I mean, maybe they just want to go to sleep, because, it was Monday, everybody maybe had to work, maybe not. And maybe they just want to see a quick 2-0 so they can go to bed, sleep in their dreams, but maybe those dreams will be crushed today. Who knows?
Jesus. I mean, Korox, my man, is here again. There will be a quick 2-0 for Team Genetix for sure. No, let's take the bias away. I watched the enemies a little bit. They are pretty good. They only got, let's say, demoted to the lower bracket because they couldn't build a roster yesterday. So I'm pretty sure they would have won versus their enemies in the winners bracket final, but they couldn't fill the roster, so they got sent to the lower bracket final. It's a little bit cringe for us, to be honest, because they seem like a very strong team, but nothing that is not beatable, I would say, or I hope so at least. Yeah, so let's see how it will.
I see. I mean, of course, you had right now also a little bit of time. You could rest a little bit, go back to the drawing board, set up the pick and ban again, and also we learned a lot yesterday also with the Division 4 thingy. This will not be the case today, I guess, but yeah, so I think there was some time to make a preparation, check what's happening, and yeah, as you said, we are very, very hyped today to cast those games, see those games, and we are entering Champ Select, and it seems that WHALEPOWER will take red side for the first game.
Yeah, I mean it's classic what they did. I will actually post the game into the chat so that the people watching can see that as well. Yeah, WHALEPOWER, they like to play red side. And they have a really strong ADC and jungle. Well, every player of them is really good, but the ADC is like 450 LP, and he seems to perform in every game. So I think Team Genetix needs to be careful about the bot lane and don't give them an easy lead. Yeah. But oh, are they playing with a sub? Actually. Ah no, the one player is still the spectator. If X-Breaker would have put in the lobby into the screen, you could see it.
Yeah, but I was too lazy to do that. I had no time.
No, don't need me. And yeah, where's the music, Sandro?
What?
Where's the music?
Where's the soundtrack
man?
in the background? It is. It's playing. It's just really, really silent.
Make it louder.
You want it louder?
I'm all mid profis.
I swear. Okay, but we're gonna change it up anyway for the banger from 2014. So it doesn't matter anyway. You will hear that on repeat for the next 10 minutes that we are in Champ Select. So good luck with that. I'll give link. He wants the link. Oh, yes, I will give you the link. I'll DM it to you in Discord after the game. Okay, so we are entering Champ Select. And Zeri banned by Team Genetix as the first ban. Brand banned as first ban by... maybe music's a little bit too loud right now. Excuse me, sorry for that. And...
oh, interesting. So the enemy ADC plays a lot of Jinx, and it was banned literally in every game. So Team Genetix might be opting here into the Jinx by not banning it. I would have thought that they will ban Kayn maybe as Lost, because you know Rene can't play it. But let's see what they will do. Okay, they ban Leona, so it looks like that will be an early Jinx pickup here, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so Ari also banned against IP Wave. We saw that also in some games.
They found out that ban is an option. Yeah, true. Rene was super huge on Brand yesterday. Can't play it this game, but I mean, his Y is open, his Jarvan is open. And actually, I forgot, because Y and Jarvan is open, you don't have to ban the...
Yeah, also actually, Rashar's hovering right now, so we have Aatrox open.
Damn, first pick Aatrox,
that's crazy.
A lot of confidence.
That's crazy, but yeah, we saw basically every game yesterday, and also I think on Saturday was not available for him. And right now it was widely open. But it comes with a sacrifice for the Jinx, of course. But maybe we'll see a Jhin again. But let's see for that. R2 is picking right now from WHALEPOWER.
Yeah, so I think WHALEPOWER will respond here with a mid laner actually. Okay, so. The thing is, this is pretty smart from them, because now we are forced to either pick a mid laner here, or they will ban the most annoying mid laners versus us here, and they can have a strong carry duo, which will scale into the late game. And we saw the games yesterday; they went deep into the late game. So I would think that we pick here the Jarvan or the Y, as expected, and then probably a mid laner.
And the insta-lock from IP Wave with LeBlanc. Also, I think banned sometime yesterday.
Yes, it was banned yesterday as well. I mean, yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, so if you watch the comps, you have two entirely different comps. You have a pretty late game comp here by Team WHALEPOWER, while we have the Y, we have the LeBlanc. So we want to fight early. We want to make things happen. So it's a little bit. How can I say it? Like, Team Genetix, they have to do something in the early game. If they're just waiting around, then they will lose. And WHALEPOWER seems like a team that always play into the late game with the Jinx picks, etc. So yeah, I'm hoping that they pick a support and what is still left here, and the ADC who can follow up for the fights.
I mean, AD carry bans coming out, of course, for the reason that it was not picked up in the first ban draft, I guess. And yeah, so Jhin Ashe took or take away, how do you say that? However you say it in English, from Django, and Lilia and Braum banned from side of Team Genetix.
Yeah. So what do you think? What will they pick here from Team Genetix?
I mean, they could still go for a jungler, as they're maybe doing right now, but they could also still flex the Camille on bot side.
I think that is a Poppy jungle. It's really smart because I would have thought that Ripsy wants to go back to the Rakan.
Okay.
Now it seems a little bit harder to play Rakan versus a Poppy. Poppy really good also versus Aatrox, also versus LeBlanc, also
Yes.
versus Y. It's pretty strong pickup here.
Yeah, but I think not the fastest clear in the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, for sure, but we do not have the same, like we do not have a Brand or a Zyro.
So we go with the Varus on Django. Yeah, I mean they could go for a poke lane if they want to. I'm not sure 100% if the scaling goes to the side of Genetix here. And right now Ripsy on the support pick, which will be the final pick for Team Genetix, and then we will see the counter pick possibility for WHALEPOWER, and they go with the Renata, which is, I don't think, such a bad pick in this comp. What do you mean?
No, I think Renata is fine here because you can split the team fight, right? You can just ult and then Jinx and Azir have maybe to stop hit, have to go away while you can hopefully deal with the frontliners. I'm just asking myself, will this be an attack speed Varus or a poke Varus? If it's poke Varus, I'm really scared that we will be strong in the early game, but then fall off pretty hard. And I mean, Broadsword said it as well. It looks like a huge draft diff. Like
in our favor or in
no,
their
in their favor.
In their favor, okay.
WHALEPOWER, if they don't in the early game, it's really hard for them to lose the game here. They have such a strong team comp. Poppy just has to stay in front of Azir and Jinx, and they will kill everyone from our team. The only chance that we have is that we snowball either the early game, or we get some huge flanks out of Razar, and Razar needs to be ahead. These are the two things that I see as win conditions here for us. But maybe the team has some other things, like they pulled out wins from an Elder Drake and Nash buffed enemy. So I think they can pull out miracles anyways, even if the draft is a little bit bad.
Exactly. So as we're waiting for the spectator delay, maybe talk me through the matchups really quickly. So we have Aatrox Camille in top lane. Maybe thinking also about the 2v2 Aatrox Vi against Camille Poppy. I mean, huge win, of course, for Poppy with the W. Can deny pretty much everything that Genetix has in their kit. But what do you think about it?
So I think Aatrox wins against the Camille early game for sure. He can outtrade her in the early levels, but I think after 2 items, Camille should start to win the matchup, if I'm not mistaken here. And so for that reason, yeah, Rajar needs to get ahead or at least stay relevant in the game. I think that's the biggest goal of him. So we know normally Team Genetix likes to play around bot side, right? So the Rajar stays alone. So for this reason, I think it's absolutely necessary that he does not perform like yesterday with the Udyr, but performs like also yesterday in the other games. And yes, this is a best of 5. Best of 3,
best
sorry.
of 3, yes, exactly. So we have LeBlanc and Azir mid lane. I don't know if you already talked about that, but what's going on in mid lane?
No, I think Mark can give us here more insight into this matchup, but I also think it's early game for sure. Team Genetix favorite, maybe not before 6, because Azir might poke LeBlanc just because of the range difference, but afterwards I'm pretty sure, like, until Azir has 1 or 2 items, that LeBlanc should poke him out of the lane.
I mean, I'm also pretty sure that, I mean, the LeBlanc can get off some pretty hardcore roams if she wants to. But yeah, maybe if IPWave can get a good lead on Azir in the early game, maybe we can see that he will spread that lead out into other lanes. That would be, of course, hugely favored. And yeah, then finally we have Varus with Renata against Jinx Seraphine.
And what do you think about it?
I mean, I think the Renata pick is not... I like it, actually. Like you said, the only fear that I have is that he's going poke Varus, and this will be a little bit heavy on late game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's actually a good lane to play as for the Team Genetix side. But yeah, I don't know how much Jinx Seraphine can do against it, to be honest.
Yeah, so I mean, it's the same thing again, right? Jinx Seraphine, they want to farm, they want to stack, they want to poke maybe a little bit. Renata, Glask, and Vars, they should for sure win the early game. And Django goes press the attack, so I think he will go the attack speed. Varys here. And also thank you, Broadsart, for the input in the chat. So LeBlanc, yeah, can hope to poke and set up gank in early game, but experienced Azir players will just win the lane. So it was an insta lock LeBlanc. So I feel like IP Wave will feel comfortable in this matchup. So I'm hoping that we have 3 winning lanes in the early game here, and we should get the Drake and the Grubbies. I think if we get both of these objectives, then we are primed to have a good game here. If we split the objective, I think it's okay if we can get something else. If we lose both objectives, then we are doomed. Then it's an FF angle. But
yeah, I mean, interested to see how this game will go either way.
I mean, it's 2 styles of gameplay clashing here on each other. You have the full scaling, play defensive, play front to back, and then you have our comp that is just
for sure.
LeBlanc come from right, Rajar come from left, Y ult in, try to get something.
Exactly. I mean, still, there's not. I mean, also thinking about it, maybe on paper, it's still game 1. So you have a little bit of time to adapt, to adjust. Of course, it's a best of 3, so that does not allow for many mistakes. But even though it's still game 1, you can maybe get the feeling for the enemies, as we said yesterday. Nothing is said after game 1. Same as yesterday, we went to the full 3 games. So yeah, we will see what will happen today.
And I think we have an basic start, like every other game that we saw now. We have Void and the enemy jungler mirror themselves, or not mirror themselves, rather starting on the same side, tapping down to the bot lane, trying to get the bot laners ahead. And bot lane fighting for the level 2. Yeah, pretty hard trades down here. Looking like Team Genetix will get level 2 first. Top lane, look, Rajar in a hard matchup here, but okay, Team Genetix gets level 2 first. That means they can push out the wave, they can have the slow push going and let the wave bounce back into them later on.
I mean, there's also no big fear, but Django needs to be careful. He has to flash out actually early on.
Oh, okay, that's...
I think he was a little bit underestimated here with the damage.
I mean, Jinx and Seraphine, they can pump out damage. You can't forget that, and they can poke. So, fortunately, Django has the cookies here, but they need to be careful of the Poppy. Now that Django does not have a flash, they need to push out the wave fast and try to get it to bounce. That's what they are trying to do right now. What they're trying.
I mean, bot side jungle is basically full with both junglers, so Void at his red buff and Poppy at her blue buff. And top lane trades still going on. I think actually Camille with a small farm lead, a little bit better on the way, and tries to go for the 1v1 here. Rajan needs to be careful not to die, but I think he will go down pretty quickly here. And Camille picks up first blood.
Yeah, Camille playing the early game really well. She has the ignite instead of the flash and uses that combat summoner to fight Rajar even if he is in 7 minions. Try to push out the wave, but wasn't enough. And now top lane looks hard as well.
Yeah, also Void instantly decided to go to the Skull Crab on top side. So did not contest bot side. And both top laners using their TP. Also IP Wave doing a lot of damage in mid lane, so pumping up a good amount of damage. And
at Poppy's positioning. Poppy got a deep ward into our jungle to defend their bot lane basically when the Void wants to go down. And top lane, this looks rough. I didn't catch it. Oh, okay, it's not on the tower.
I mean, good dodges from Jinx. Very well played.
Yeah, their bot lane is really strong. I
Yeah,
mean, you
bot
see
lane
it here.
is definitely not to be underestimated, but ping's coming out to the wards, so they have a huge coverage on bot lane, and Azir taking a lot of damage here, but nothing going on too crazy. I don't think that APWave can do with that, but has to reset right now.
Yeah, IP Wave, the only player from Team Genetix side with good control of his lane right now. He poked the Azir out. Azir is forced to go back, come back with I would say a little bit of a cringe buy. Probably didn't want to go back so soon. Has only the null magic mantle and whatever this item is called, amplifying tome maybe. I'm not sure anymore.
Which one?
The
yes, amplifying tone, exactly.
the amplifying tome, right? And now he's in a good spot. IP Wave ported back as well and can start to poke again and look for a gank here.
I mean, Void immediately gets spotted, trying to make a move there, so the ward's definitely paying out for WHALEPOWER.
Yeah, I don't think that he wants to make a move. I think he wants to help out his bot lane, get the push in so that they can...
I mean, it looks like he wants to make a move. Going in, I don't think they can flash out. Flash from Zerfin coming out. And they need to be careful. Poppy is now on the way, making its way to Django. And flashing forward, I think QSS...
Can they get
don't save it, but Seraphine will be traded, but now needs to be careful for any more kills for Jinx. Huge move by Rips here to save Void.
You see that we are not casters, we don't know the
yes,
name of these spells.
No idea how the hell are the spells called, but whatever.
I think it's handshake.
It's handshake, okay. Do I need to check?
No, it's fine.
It's actually called handshake.
The support main classic. But trading 1-for-1 here, both junglers got the kill. They got the wave. They couldn't get the wave in, I think. Can you maybe watch bot lane really quick?
Yeah, it's not fully crashed, unfortunately, so Jinx will pick up that wave for free, more or less.
Yeah, and so Jinx will be ahead on this bot side here, and top lane, Rajar looking constantly for fights, but has to be careful. It's pretty low on HP, and Camille has Ignite again and ulti.
Yeah, Rajar also with the ult ready, but that Camille really seems scary, also with the Sheen ready.
Yeah, so I think Team Genetix doing the right thing. They're going for grubs. They want the early strength, I would say. They don't want to play for the Drakes. They don't want to go for the late game stats. So they are putting their support topside, while WHALEPOWER, they trade the Drake. So pretty even, I would say, in the early game. And IP Wave still trying to be aggressive in mid lane, but has no mana anymore. Oh, and WHALEPOWER here again with the early wards in our jungle. Or sorry, the deep wards rather.
I mean, that's crazy. Rajar losing that 1v1. Again, Void on his way and maybe trying to get a return kill here. Don't know if he can do enough damage. Ults after the hook shot, but I don't know it will be enough, tanking a lot of turret damage and will not go down. Oh, this guy's crazy.
That was a huge play. Oh, nice.
Huge play and
well.
also good play from IPWave in mid lane. Forces the ultimate here from Azir.
Okay.
But Poppy having a lot of time right now on bot side jungle. Can clear out some camps.
Yeah, I mean, Void will not be too happy when he goes bot side and sees the wrap up is gone. But huge that Void got this kill. If Camille would have gotten the kill top side, then the game would have been lost already. Fortunately, Rene could have traded it.
Bot lane going for an engage, but it's not looking too crazy. They trade Seraphine. They still have the thingy ready from bailout ready, but Django will not die. And can Ripsy do anything here to kill the Jinx? But probably not. Bailout, yeah, the spell is called Bailout. I apologize. I don't play this game.
The calls are not we need the color costing. But it's fine. Team Genetix trading 1-for-0 here. forcing the flash of Jinx as well, while Django got his flash forced. But I think you take this. What do you mean you take this trade? I mean it's a really positive trade here, showing that we are not scared of their bot lane even after we lost the early summoner here. And now the game looks again pretty fine for Team Genetix.
Exactly, I want to say we're basically back to square one. Still Rashard, of course, needs to be careful in that top lane. I think will be difficult to match, and that's a lot of damage by Camille. Really needs to be careful.
He needs to stop trading, that's the main thing. But Camille can maybe try to dive him here.
Yeah, and will try to go for the dive, losing a lot of HP though, trying to ult to avoid anything. Last turret shot unfortunately not coming out, but tanks another turret shot and is very low.
Sliver of HP.
But unfortunate. Void also looking for another gank on bot lane. Seraphine ult coming out, but Seraphine cannot do anything. So another kill picked up by Void.
Oh,
but Camille instantly TP. Can she do anything? It's against 3 people. Good ult from Ripsy. They need to collapse on that Camille as soon as possible and take her down. Django with the auto attack, but it's not enough.
She will die, right?
Can it get... Oh, Q. IP Wave is on the move, but she will probably get out. And Ripsy needs to be careful not to die. Void re-engaging on that Jinx, getting a kill, but also Ripsy still on the work.
What is going on?
And IP Wave making a move again from topside. Can he do anything? Django trying to bait as much as possible. Ripsy engaging, but Django missing the Q, unfortunately. So, huge mess.
What a mess. And the top laner TPing bot, if they would have gotten the kill on Camille, that would have been so huge. But fortunately for WHALEPOWER, Camille gets out with a sliver of health. Well played from both teams there. I mean, it was a fight of margins here. Both teams coming out with a sliver of HP. But Team Genetix with a positive play, getting some kills back. Django 2-0, René 3-0-1, having again an outstanding game for himself. And now we have the next drops in 10 seconds. Team Genetix looks like they were sending their support topside to get the 6 drops.
I mean, it was also a positive fight in the vision of Rashard, because he could get a breather through the TP bot from Camille. So he could do a little bit of chilling, and right now we look at the next objective that will be Grubs.
Oh, look here.
And IP Wave going for the kill on Seraphine, but I don't think he will finish it. Camille looking for engage, will not come through. Atox going into the fight, and I think they will have to focus Camille as soon as possible. What they will do. And they will finish her, but Django going down on bot lane in the 1v1.
Yeah, okay, so we basically traded the strongest player in the team, or maybe not right now, actually René is the strongest player, or Void. But still, Team Genetix coming out, well, I would not say with a positive play, because Jinx will get ahead here, and that's the worst player that you want to get ahead. Like we said before, VP Faun, he's always ahead in every game that they win, so he's their main carry, and you don't want him to get ahead even a little bit, but he got the kill, and is also in prime position to start with carrying the game. I think both teams setting good accents in the early game here.
Yeah, for sure, and I also think maybe Django underestimated a little bit the power of Jinx. He has a Blade of the Rune King, but it seems that it was not enough to win the 1v1 here.
I mean, he didn't have Blade of the Rune King before. Oh,
I think he did that. No, IP Wave doing a lot of work. I think Aatrox here getting very low, and still a lot of trading going on in top lane. Camille right now with her Triforce spike.
Yeah, I mean this is hard now for Rajal. I think Team Genetix doing the right thing. They need to force on the other side of the map. The enemy mid laner can't join the fight, and Team Genetix trying to get the Drake so that WHALEPOWER cannot force an early soul here. Okay, they got the Drake. Can they get more? Poppy flashing away.
Poppy flash, forced to flash out here. So the Drake was picked up by Team Genetix.
Yeah, and Rajar fortunately gets the wave, can go for a reset. Will probably lose. Oh, the platings are gone, so will not lose any more platings here. Can get back, collect maybe 4 or 3 minions, and then they can maybe swap here to try to go for the Herald.
Shout out to Brosart, who is tilting to oblivion in chat after seeing that build. But yeah, Camille will get the first tower here, but maybe Raja can get something going, trying to chase her down. Also Void on his way to do something, ulting the Camille, and Camille is going down for a first tower.
Camille getting the first tower, good play by her, but she didn't think that Rajar or Void will do enough damage, I guess. Now the question is, can we trade the tower on top lane? No, we will not. We will go for the Herald.
Exactly. They want to go for Herald.
Looks like a pretty even play until we use the Herald here.
Maybe it will get placed immediately on top lane, but I don't know if they want to break up in mid lane as well.
I think that will be placed on mid lane here. Doesn't make any sense. Top lane tower is really low. You want to push open the mid lane so that LeBlanc can go into a side lane and try to get some picks here.
Yeah, Jinx will go back now for her Infinity Edge.
Yes. How does it look item-wise? Whale power a little bit stronger on the ADC position and on the top lane position, and yeah, René with the 4-0-2 lead. But still, yeah, Warmox Poppy. It's a banger.
I mean, that's not the first time we saw like Warmox rush. Like, ooh, René looking for Camille. Camille was not aware that Void will be there.
Yeah, I think
to go out.
The question is, what is Void trying to
achieve?
To do right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is he trying to achieve? Because ganking the losing top laner, okay, is fine. He wants to help out Rajar, but does he really want to stay topside? No, I think he wants to gank the bot lane here.
Yeah, also Poppy looking really scary behind the whole bot lane. Also Azir making a move, so they will get down for sure. Ripsy will get ulted out, so Django by himself against 4 people, and I don't think he can do much.
Oh, what a play!
And dodging ult, so it's basically... Will Poppy die?
No.
No, she's...
Did you see that instant cleanse flash?
Yes.
What, can someone clip that, please? That was crazy from Django. What a play from the ADC, keeping himself alive against 4 players, rotating from whale power. That could have been a disaster, losing your ADC, losing the bot lane turret.
Oh, they're looking for a TP right now. LeBlanc TPing in, but unfortunately cannot do anything. Flash coming out from Seraphine.
Yeah, and Broadsart, the Div 4 player here in our chat, he's molding those picks or those buys are cringe. Yeah, I see. I've been there as well though, so I won't say anything. But
I mean, we are lost to Shopkeeper probably once in a lifetime, but yeah.
Let's get back to the main point here. You saw what happened. They tried to dive Varus. Why? Because René was on top side. So I think that was a big mistake, by the way, from Void. He can't go top side anymore. You have to play around the Drakes now. You have to play around your strong Varus. I mean, Varus is good in the game here, and around your mid laner. And that's what they are doing. Putting Herald mid. They will break that open right now. And then the map is fully opened for LeBlanc to come for some flanks here.
They're engaging on Camille right now, but I think she will hookshot out. Void also on the way to Seraphine. Seraphine was ulted and cannot get anything. They cannot continue on the Jinx, unfortunately, but right now Whale Power on the way to mid lane, but they will dive the Jinx apparently, going on directly, but a TP will be too late from Camille. But mid lane will probably go down, maybe not if the team is fast enough to move here, but they're coming, also pings coming out on the Camille, maybe something will happen again. Ult coming out from Varus to snare the Camille, get some time going, but also Poppy on the move, so they need to be careful for the next actions. IPWF going pretty deep on that, but I think they can pick up the tower, but also Whale Power right now moving towards that bot lane.
Yeah, so I think Team Genetix, they should take the win. They got the kills, they got the towers. They don't want to overstay here for the Drake. They just want to go back, take the win, give them the Drake. This Drake gives you nothing, and that's what they are doing right now. Really cool. really calm and collected from Team Genetix, but they are also using the chaos. Like I said yesterday, Team Genetix, they look like that they thrive in chaos. They are not the normally, I would say, methodical team. They come to Drake as fight, prepare the Drake. No, they just try to get you from every angle that they see. And that's what they did. They got the Seraphine that was overstaying. They got the Camille as well. No, who did they kill? They killed 2 guys, right?
Yeah, the Jinx. The Jinx was Dolphin, right?
Ah, the Jinx. Yeah. So they killed the Jinx and got the turret.
Ooh, Camille going for an engage here, but Rashard going in with Void behind him. Void ulting. Rashard needs to be careful though. TP also coming in for WHALEPOWER, so they looking to continue. Also Poppy making her way down, but I think Void should be fine here. But yeah, as again, we should not help the Aatrox. I think he was sitting on a comfortable lead with farm wise, so but right now WHALEPOWER forcing their way up bot side while Varus is pushing top side. And I think maybe he will get that tower. Yeah, I think it's uncontested at the moment. Nobody is able to
I think
move.
that is a W for Team Genetix. Getting that tier 2 with the fully local gold on your Varus, I think that's 700 gold that he just got there. Will put him on prime position to get the second item, I think.
I mean, yeah, Varus loaded at the moment with 2k gold in his pockets.
Yeah, so you have the Varus here, two items. Nash is coming up. Sorry, Nash came up already. So Team Genetix, now is the time to play around the Nash, get some vision, try to force the enemies in, and then, yeah, hopefully get some picks, and then pull the trigger on the Nash to break the game wide open. But like you said, please don't do any more plays around the Aatrox. It's not worth. Have the Aatrox join your fight from an angle, okay? Or stop the Camille from joining. I think that's the biggest thing that he could do, but I don't think that the Camille will let him do that. Oh yeah, and that might be a 5
looking for an engage, but a lot of damage going out to IP Wave, but I think they might be able to kill the Seraphine. TP also coming out from Rashard, but the Camille is not going to counter TP. Azir living on a sliver of health, unfortunately, but the Camille is still in bot lane, so did not counter TP. I mean, she couldn't actually, my bad, didn't see that TP wasn't up. And
good
now
play
mid
by
lane
Team
push.
Genetix again. Will they get the tier 2 here?
And Rashard looking for a dive, but I think they should just hit tower. Big engage from Jinx. She will get the Varus, unfortunately, but Rashard looking for more blood. And IP Wave needs to be careful against the Camille. She's very, very strong, and she probably will get that tier 2 turret.
And Team Genetix, they need to be careful. They will want to catch her right now, but she can turn, and not only that, they can also get Nash.
Good engage for Team Genetix here, but they need to be quick with that because she's putting out a lot of damage. Ripsy also here, but maybe she will get out. Poppy also on the move, and I think they will decide to let her live.
Yeah, it's a back and forth affair here. Every or both teams doing their share of mistakes. Unfortunately, this time it was more on WHALEPOWER's favor. They get out, they get the tier 2 bot lane, they get the tier 1 mid lane, they get the kill on the Fed Varus, and now WHALEPOWER put a break on Team Genetix. I don't want to say that the Team Genetix is in a bad position right now. No, for sure not. But WHALEPOWER, they put a break on them. They stopped the bleeding, and for them, Jinx has 2 items. Azir, I don't think that he needs a lot more to get his second item as well, and then they will be rather scary.
Yeah, also Camille right now with the TP. Oh, good engage from Ripsy here, but Void not be able to get over the wall. Django needs to be careful. A lot of damage going out. Really, really low. But Rashard doing some work against Team WHALEPOWER. Can they get further? I don't think they can get further. Camille also a problem in bot lane. She still has TP available. So somebody needs to go down there. IP Wave looking for a flank. Nice flash on the Jinx. Will they be able to pick it up? IP Wave needs to be careful. And was lucky to get not crit, but look at Camille. Camille is coming in from behind. Really, really scary. Ripsy forced to flash. I don't think she can get more. Rashard will get ulted and probably is going down.
Django's here. Can he hit? No. not enough.
Unfortunately not. IP wave still very low. I don't think that Team Genetix can do anything. Ripsy going down, unfortunately.
And now they will go back to Nash.
Yeah, I think there was an instant Nash call. I don't think they can do anything unless they want to go for the Drake that is spawning right now.
Yeah, and that will be the well, whatever that word is. That will be the play from Team Genetix. A huge fight from WHALEPOWER. They got the Jinx in a position where she can just perma hit a little bit too aggressive there from IP Wave, trying to force the issue. But WHALEPOWER, 5-man, Nash, the gold lead back on their side, and Team Genetix getting the Drake.
Yeah, I mean Baron power play right now for WHALEPOWER.
Yeah, and I mean, who will stop the Camille now? She has 3 items, right? Yeah, she has 3 items. With a Nash, I mean, this Camille will be unstoppable in the side lane, but Team Genetix doing a good job of pushing out the side lanes, trying to mitigate the time that she has with the Nash buff, and maybe trying to catch something on the other side.
Yeah, WHALEPOWER looking for a 4-1 strat, so sending 4 people on top side and letting Camille do her thing on the side lane. But it seems like she's trying to match the Aatrox. I mean, she still has teleport available. Team Genetix now trying to defend that tier 2 turret, but I think it will not be easy against that minion wave, but managed to do so with Half-Life on the turret, but next wave already incoming.
Yeah, they will get that tier 2. Team Genetix doing a good job trying to thin out the wave, trying to post up, but they will not be able to find an engage here. WHALEPOWER playing it very yeah, very good. They backed off. Look at the Camille. She will have the time, the best time in her life, hitting the tower on bot side, and I don't think that someone can defend her there. So they will probably get the tier 2 top and the bot lane inhibitor, unless Team Genetix.
I mean, IP Wave and Rashard are looking for a bot lane engage as your tower coming out, but I don't think they can do anything. Re-engage from Camille, but Rashard doing a lot of work. It's very heavy on both sides. Let's see what's going on bot lane. Rashard putting out a lot of damage, but the turret already very, very low. And top side still looking healthy for the moment.
The Camille will TP back, probably here.
Yeah, to keep the tempo going, so they might look for TP. Ripsy looking for engage, but ultimate will not hit anything, unfortunately.
Not sure if this was an engage or just an attempt to get them off of the wave so they can clear this wave. Question is, how much longer does the Nash...
Oh, Django standing really, really far in front. I'm taking a lot of damage here. Needs to probably go and reset, so it's a 3 against 4 at the moment. I don't think IP Wave can do much to defend this tower any longer. Another handshake coming out from Renata, but it will not be enough. Jinx now getting the reset. That's probably the most scary time. And top side inhibitor will be conceded.
Yeah, Nash is gone. Team Genetix, they have to defend this mid lane tower for now, and then I think they got away with just enough so that they are still in the game. Only losing one inhibitor, one tier 3 tower is fine. The top lane inhibitor is not as big of a deal as the bot lane inhibitor in this case now, because there is no soul up for grabs, and even the soul it's not that big. But they need to be careful to not get engaged here.
Yeah, big damage on the turret. And Camille just one-shotting people left and right, ulting on Ripsy. And another one will go down. A huge engage from Rashard, but I don't think it will be enough. Resets coming out from Jinx, and this might look heavy for Team Genetix. Maybe WHALEPOWER looking for a finish right now. They don't have a wave at the moment.
Yeah, 20 seconds. This looks like game 1 is going to the side of WHALEPOWER. They waited for their power spikes. They played it patiently. Team Genetix with a good effort, but it will not be enough. The Camille is just too hard, too strong, and Team Genetix will concede game 1 versus WHALEPOWER.
Yeah, GG's to WHALEPOWER. for game 1. So we have to wait. We have to wait for the next game. Yeah, what went wrong? What went wrong? Maybe talk me through it, Yuma.
Yeah, so I think Team Genetix they were good in the game. Like Rene had a really good game. You still had Django and Ripsy fighting the 2 versus their strongest laner probably, and they came out on top, or at least even. So I think Team Genetix was good in the game, but there were some small mistakes, and you have the time or the clock ticking against you. Every little mistake that you do, Team WHALEPOWER will only get stronger and stronger, and I think that's what decided the game in the end. Team WHALEPOWER, very disciplined. They waited for their power spike, like I said before, and they took the win with that. But with that said, I think Team Genetix has now side selection, and I'm pretty sure that they will opt for red side so that they don't get counterpicked on top lane again, so that they can have the good top lane matchup and then try to outplay them in the 4v4.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, we need to get back to the drawing board, sit down, because right now, of course, as I said, it's 1-0. Nothing is lost yet. But of course, we have to be careful that there is not too much happening in the next game, or that they go back to basics, maybe rethink the strategy into champion select. Of course, right now side selection, as you mentioned it, could be favorable for Team Genetix, and I think for sure will decide for red side, I would say. But yeah, I would propose a small break. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we'll do a small break until champion selection.
Alright, we do a small break, 3 minutes, I think, and we will be back as soon as the ready calls come out. So don't go anywhere. Game 2 will be next. So, we are back a little bit early. Ready call from WHALEPOWER already came out. So, we are waiting on the ready call of the side of Team Genetix for Game 2. So, Yuma, maybe a quick question from my side. I know you've been a player. Right now, you're down one game. How would you approach the next game?
Yeah, so I think the most important thing is that you take the good things away from it, right? So I think before the game, you saw WHALEPOWER. It's a big clan in Germany. You know, they have good players. You know, they stomped Division 5 12-0, and they are only here because they had to forfeit a game. But you played this game, and the game went well for a long period of time. So you were in control. You had good plays. The only thing that went south from the start was topside. But I'm sure that Razar, I mean, the question is how do we say his name in English? I will just say it in German, Razar. I think he will bounce back for sure. And I think if Razar bounces back, then Team Genetix has a good chance to win the second game here.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, we saw an early pickup from Aatrox and we saw an insta-lock on mid lane. Maybe the plan is to approach Champ Select a little bit slower. With a little bit more patience, maybe a little bit more strategy. But yeah, still, it's anyone's table, you know. We saw it yesterday as well, going to 3 games. So yeah, I'm confident that still we can cook something up.
Yeah, I
maybe
think
go with the flow.
I think, like I said, Team Genetix, they are fine. They had a decent game. They have now the side selection. They know that they can counterpick top side. They know they can win the 4 versus 4 on the other side of the map. I'm not sure how they will approach it because, every time I try to guess what our team does, I never say the right thing. So if I would play, I would not give them that much scaling for free. So if they have Jinx and Azir, I want something that can scale just as good as their champion, so I can fight in the late game as well. So I'm not on a timer, and I hope that Team Genetix will do just that in the draft, not give every champion up for free. And yeah, but the bans seem pretty identical until now.
Yeah, so far we see the Poppy coming out though, so a little bit of switch up of there. Maybe Void wants to opt for another Vi, but I mean it made sense in the context of the composition that Team Genetix had in the first game. But WHALEPOWER staying on the system that worked out for them. So Brand, Talia and Ahri banned in the first round, and Seri, Poppy, and the last ban coming out shortly.
So I think before they banned the Kayn and the... They didn't ban the Jinx, so what did they ban?
I actually don't remember.
Ah, fuck it. Yeah. Ah, the Leona. Yes, it was the Leona. It was Kayn Leona. So Kayn open, Team Genetix giving them what they want, and they will pick it. They will actually pick Kayn here. It's a one-trick Kayn on the enemy side, and that's what I want to say. I like the ban from Team Genetix because if you just look at the champion pool from Void, if he's not on brand, then he's on something like Jarvan, Y, right? Something that has a dash normally, and that's why you ban the Poppy, you get the champion out of the way. You know what they will pick. They will go with the Kayn, and now you just answer with your standard bot lane combo.
And yeah, I mean, also I'm pretty confident that Void knows how to play against this champion. I mean, he has more than enough games himself on the champion.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm pretty confident that he knows what to do against this guy. And Jin Rel coming out for Team Genetix as their first rotation. Right now, B2 and B3 pick up from WHALEPOWER with a Smolder on AD carry, or might go top apparently. And a Braum support for them.
I saw the pick before. I think Smolder will be on ADC. Fawn used or played the Smolder already, and this looks like an exact comp that WHALEPOWER wants to play, that they are comfortable with. Team Genetix doing the Uno reverse card, picking the mid laner now, so they can now ban out enemy mid laners that they don't want to play against.
Exactly, so also maybe Void facing some bans for him, since jungle was not picked up in the first rotation. And also top lane will remain, so the Camel coming out for Team Genetix against WHALEPOWER.
So will WHALEPOWER want Razar on the Aatrox again? I think that's the question, or will they ban it? Do they have another answer than Camille? I think Camille, not the best pick versus Aatrox, I'm gonna be honest. So I would rather have a strong tank on top side here. But let's see what Razar can cook.
So why coming out against Team Genetix? So Void not being, or will not be able to play Vi this game, but there were still much possibility for him to pick. And the last ban from the side of Team Genetix will come out in a second, and they will go for a Gragas ban. Okay, we did not see this, but I might think that they saw something in the OPGG. And the Darius coming out for WHALEPOWER.
Yeah, so now's the question, do you want to have Void with the last pick? Because Void played the entire playoffs really good. Like every game that I watched, he was ahead. He brought them back from losing positions, or he just got them ahead really fast as a jungler. So maybe you give him the last pick, or do you just basically blind pick the jungler here? Oh.
And we see a Diana coming out. I mean, this will be jungle, I think.
Yeah. This is a classic Void champion here, bringing out the Diana in an elimination game. Big balls move, or ballsy move rather. Yeah, and I think will be interesting to see what WHALEPOWER picks here, because do you really want to have a scaling mid laner versus the Diana?
Yeah, so you see Akali picked up against Wei in the mid lane, and last pick should be a top laner. Unless Yumi or Janna, perfect.
Ornn looks like the best possible top laner here. It's again the same thing. You have a scaling ADC here with the Ornn, super strong front line. You have the Kayn. If he gets his red form, he will be annoying as fuck, jumping from side to side, creating chaos. And looks like WHALEPOWER just got what they wanted from this draft. But Team Genetix, with their chaos picks, what can they cook here? Udyr.
So
that will be an Udyr for sure.
Do you think so? It will be another game on Aatrox. Okay, I mean, Rashar will get another chance to play his Aatrox against Ornn. We have Diana jungle against the Kayn, Akali against Wei, and Jin Rel against Smolder. And I think it will not stop here. I think it will be an interesting game for sure.
Yeah, I think like Ankur said, in the chat. It's a much better draft from the side of Team Genetix here. You have good engage, you have favorable matchups again. I think you are comfortable with what you gave the other team away. But like you said, late game looks a little bit hard here for Team Genetix. And also, I'm gonna be honest, I think Aatrox should win the top lane matchup, but Ornn is a really strong top laner in the early game. So if Aatrox does one mistake, then he's cooked for the rest of the laning phase. So I hope that Razar can put out his S+ game here, because he has to get them to a game 3.
I mean, also it seems like Team Genetix is confident in their pickups. We see a lot of different new champions that we have not seen yet in the playoffs. So they think, look, or said, okay, whatever, we played this last game, even if we lose it, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm confident in the pickups here. And Döme said in chat, why never Camille? Unfortunately was banned, or we have nightmares from the last game, so we don't talk about that. And yeah, so maybe before we start into this game, maybe walk me through the matchup really quickly. We have Aatrox, Diana, Ornn, Kayn.
Okay, so I think early game will look like last game. Team Genetix will have the early pressure. Diana wants to farm until level 6 as well, but Kayn, he will chill as well. Like, he will not do much. He will try to probably gank top lane or hit. I mean, he can only hit Rel, Diana, or Rel in the early game, because he would want red form here. Or if he's a psychopath, he will go blue form, but I don't think so. He will probably go red form. So he will chill, try to get some ganks off, and Diana will probably just farm every camp every time that they are up until she's level 6, and then we will see some explosive fights from the side of Team Genetix. If I go into the exact matchups, I don't think makes too much sense here. I think every lane is pretty even. Maybe Akali will shut on Hui, but Aatrox has the better early game versus Ornn, and Jhin Rel should also win the early game versus Braum Smolder. So I like the draw from Team Genetix, I really do. It's just about the fact if they can execute it this time around. Can they get the early Drakes? I don't think that they really want the Grubs in these games, because Lamoy said it in the chat as well. The game starts after the laning phase, because side lanes are all losing. Like Aatrox, at some point, if Ornn can go full armor here, Aatrox will not do much versus him. And Akali on the side lane versus Hui, that will be hard for him. So Team Genetix
has
in a difficult position. They have to get the early Drakes. They have to force WHALEPOWER into them. They want the 5 versus 5 team fights before it gets too late. Let me say it like that.
Exactly. I mean, Team Genetix has a much easier time getting ahead this time, but they need a huge lead to close it out. So late game is not completely hopeless, but yeah, it will definitely depend on the Smolder gameplay. And I act like I understand the game, but I read that out of chat, so thank you, Broadsart, for that information. Good stuff. I like it.
Yeah, we don't know anything. We are just.
I'm just reading chat. I'm just reading chat.
It's okay. I just dropped to Emerald because I didn't play, bro. I'm an Emerald scrub.
That's crazy. That's wild. That's wild. I think I'm also Emerald, and I played like 2 games.
That's wild as well.
Anyway, we go into game 2.
Don't forget to say Team Genetix here on their last life. If they lose this game, then they are out of the contention for Division 4. If they win, then we'll go to an all-deciding game 3. So Team Genetix with their back against the wall, but with a much better draft in game 1. And let's see how they will pull the early game off here.
So we have a Ocean Drake as a first Drake, I can already say that. But yeah, we need to see how this game will play out. It seems like Void will start on top side and Kayn will go for chickens maybe.
Yeah, so it's pretty interesting what WHALEPOWER is doing. So if you saw game 1, when WHALEPOWER was on red side, the Azir moved to the enemy chickens and warded it. And Kayn and Braum, they were defending it until now. Like Kayn only moves now, so he hoped that IP Wave will move to the chickens, get some hits in, maybe with the Braum even getting a kill. But IP Wave staying on the top side, staying where his jungler is, and we see a mirrored clear this time around from both junglers. Kayn with a classic bot to top clear, starting at the chickens. He's really fast with them. And Void actually doing the exact same thing, just on the other side of the map.
Yeah, maybe Void cosplaying Kayn at the moment. I hope you know that he's on the... not on Kayn.
I think he knows.
Is it the first game? No, it's not the first game, it's the second game.
Fight for level 2 again. Team Genetix gets level 2.
A little bit earlier, so good trades coming out, but Ripsy getting pretty low. Exhaust coming out on Django. They need to be careful turning on Django right now. And I think he has to flash out and re-engage from Ripsy, but probably Ripsy has to play with his life here. And flash available, flash also forward from the Smolder and also very low. I think Django still flashed out and flashes into the barrier. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, barrier was up. Too greedy here from Django, but basically trading 3 summoners for 3 summoners here. Team Genetix having the jungler bot side is huge for them, so they can push out the wave now. They have still the ignite advantage, so WHALEPOWER needs to be careful. It was a little bit close, I will be honest here, but Team Genetix pulling out the positive trade here versus WHALEPOWER on the bot side.
So yeah, but Kayn got spotted out, and Rashard doing some moves into the enemy jungle has some time since his lane is pushed out at the moment.
I mean, it's a classic in the matchup Ornn versus Aatrox. Aatrox will have to push in the first few levels for sure. If he plays it good, he will have to push for a long time. And he used the time to get some poke into the Kayn to use up his time, while our bot lane pushed out the wave, went back, had a good reset, and now they are coming back into lane with a small advantage. Actually not, they're even behind in CS, but they had the back timing that they wanted.
Yeah, so mid lane took a little bit of a hit there. Akali doing some pretty good moves, but right now collapsing into mid lane. IPWave had to flash there, but Ripsy also going in. Void trying to close the gap. Flash coming out from Akali, but Void flashing directly after him. I don't think that Akali will get away here. And clean first blood from Genetix, but needs to be careful here. Kayn can turn it around, but Ripsy and Void still on the hunt, maybe. No, they decided not to continue.
So Void again, really good early pathing. Got the first blood with Ripsy accompanying him. That's what the early back was for. So Ripsy was first on the map and they could get the first blood. Unfortunately, for Team Genetix side, WHALEPOWER could trade the kill back on the Kayn, the member that you don't want to give the kill to. But I think overall it's fine. You traded kill for Diana. I mean, Diana got the kill. She's also a really strong carry here. And you still have the control on all the lanes, basically.
Yeah, also Ornn doing some work in the top lane. Still pretty even, and Akali maybe looking to freeze this wave. Actually does not want to, I mean, understandably.
Oh, what is this? Team Genetix bot lane? Looking maybe for a mid lane gank here. Or only getting some vision. I think Team Genetix, they should look for an early Drake here. So WHALEPOWER pushing out the bot lane because Team Genetix went to roam. They will have a reset timer here. The question is, can Team Genetix sneak a Drake?
Yeah, they have a window right now. Kayn also on top side, and Smolder going for another reset. So are they looking to get a Drake, and Void, I think, walking towards Drake and starting it up?
Yeah, it will be again a Drake versus Grubby's trade, like I said before the game. That's what Team Genetix want. They want to force the enemies into them early, so they will get the first Drake here, while WHALEPOWER will get 3 drops.
Yeah, Akali on the move. I think it will get spotted out, but I don't think that WHALEPOWER can do much against it at the moment.
No, they can't fight that. The question is, what will Razar do here? Because it looks like he can't push in the wave, and if Ornn can freeze it here, he will be in a really good spot. Oh,
Yeah, Ripsy again stressing the Akali a little bit, but they walk in the direction of Kayn.
Nice
It's
interrupt
huge
here.
cancel from Roshar on the top lane.
Yeah,
So
but
nothing
again,
happens. Right now, Roshar needs to be careful. He knows that Kayn is topside.
Team Genetix again, their bot lane trying to move mid lane, trying to ease up the pressure from the Akali here, but they are losing a lot of minions on bot side, so already a 10 CS lead for the Smolder. Not the best person that you want to give the CS lead to.
Oh, that would have been a huge W. Maybe Ripsy for an engage. Smolder is level 6 though, as well as Django. Maybe they can make something happen, but it does not look they want to fully commit on that. And Kayn is ready to commit on Roshar, so he needs to be careful. Now, right now it's happening. Roshar trying to survive, fight for his life. Flash by Ornn used, and I think this will be his demise.
He still has flash though.
He still has flash, so maybe, I don't know if they can finish him. Also Void looking to help out here. Can he do something? So Kayn with no ultimate, but Void by himself.
Okay, so Razar getting out, it's basically just a flash trade for the top laners. Unfortunately, he could not trade the kill. It was really close. If he had flashed into the Ornn, he would have traded the Ornn. But Ornn with a really late flash, doing a good job with that gank. And Diana there to cover for Razar in the end. So, not much happening again. If we look on the map, we have a 200 gold lead for WHALEPOWER, even though we got first block. So you see in the farm department, basically every laner is ahead in CS from WHALEPOWER. They are doing a good job, just keeping the game close, just farming, not doing too much of the unnecessary moves that Team Genetix are doing. And for that they got the gold lead here. Or because of that.
I mean, it's always a bit of a gamble, you know. You try to open up moves, and sometimes it works, sometimes it does not work. But WHALEPOWER were definitely doing a good job with farming the whole waves, and also mid lane looking rough. I mean, a lot of damage coming out from the Akali, and again Ripsy making moves. I mean, both bot laner making moves here, but again losing some waves to tower.
Yeah, I think Team Genetix or Django rather, he moves too much. I mean, it's the second or third full wave that he loses just because he's trying to roam mid lane. And I don't think that Akali is the champion that you want to gank all the time. It's a really hard champion to gank, and I think you would rather want to maybe try to get the Braum, even if he has a shield. Like at some point you will be able to burst through him.
They go on the Braum right now, but Kayn is close, so they need to be careful if they move anything. They don't have information also, I think, on Kayn. Ripsy going in on the Smolder, but nothing too much traded. Ult coming out from Braum. Ripsy is forced to flash out. Also again exhaust on Django. Ripsy using ultimate here to stall for some time, but I don't think it looks good for Team Genetix right now. Stun coming out and Ripsy will be finished. Void on the other side of the map. Trying to make some work. I don't think that he can do anything against it exactly, and Ornn will go down, but Akali on time to dive the spot lane.
Yeah,
So,
a double kill on the Smolder.
Not really favorable trade here. Again, Genetix losing what, like 2 waves on the tower again.
Yeah, and I mean the bot lane matchup looks rough now. Team Genetix, they forced too much. Maybe they thought that they are under pressure because the Smolder is just farming for free. But it cost them big. Smolder 20 CS lead or 25 CS lead here. Oh, yeah, sorry, 20 CS lead rather. And he's pushing for his but he has already his first item while Django is sitting on a BF sword and the crit cloak here. So Team Genetix getting the grubs, but they will give away the second Drake, not the thing that they want to do. And on top of that, it's not just any Drake, it's the Mountain Drake, which gives the Ornn more resistances. Yeah, it looks kind of rough, I'm gonna be honest.
Support doing support things, standing right next to each other, not looking at each other, not touching each other. And Rashar is looking for some moves on the Ornn.
Cancelled again.
Maybe can he do something here? A little bit of a misplacement on that W, but can pick up the solo kill on top and also fight on top in bot side jungle, excuse me. Kayn is very, very deep in that stuff, needs to be careful. Will ult on IP wave, can they pick it up? Also counter ult by Void, very well played. But Django needs to be careful not to get engaged by the Smolder. Brom getting very, very low. Need to be careful that there's not much traded anymore, but Akali doing so much work in that backline. And also, again, a not good trade for Team Genetix.
Okay, so Team Genetix getting the kill on the Kayn. Kayn was overextended, but unfortunately, they again give Smolder one more kill. The only saving grace for them is that the top lane, the Aatrox, doing a good job versus the Ornn. He gets the cancels, he gets the kills on him, and if Aatrox can win the top lane matchup, then it looks winnable for Team Genetix. Because...
Oh, another cancel by Rashar. I don't know, can he pick up? Looks on the reset, flash away, but counter flash from Rashar, so clean pickup, but Void is on the move.
No.
But
Use
I think
flash.
he's out. But huge by Rashar.
Yeah, Rashar taking Team Genetix on his back here right now.
Ooh, IP Wave might die here to the Akali, gets his shield out, but unfortunately not enough to save him.
Yeah, this game, like I said, looks a little bit rough here for Team Genetix. Rashar doing his best to carry the team, but some huge mistakes by Team Genetix, giving 3 kills to Akali and to the Smolder, and now they have to play on top side here. That's why Diana is top.
Good damage by Django, but I don't think they can do anything against the Brom. He's basically way too healthy at the moment, and also the tower on the verge of killing or like going down.
Yeah, I mean, you won't kill the Brom when he has the shield up.
Yeah, basically. I mean, they just keep the push on. Looking for a reset though right now.
Okay, but the whale power, if they go back, can Team Genetix sneak the Drake? I think this is a huge mistake.
Another window for Genetix, as you say. No vision from whale power, and they starting up Drake.
Okay, so whale power, I see the play. Like you see Kayn full clearing. When he gets on the map, he will be super strong. But I think this is a huge mistake. Mountain Drake versus the team of Team Genetix looks really strong. Team Genetix has a lot of burst damage with the 4th shot of Jhin, with Void engaging in here. But they decide that, I guess, clearing the camps and having good resets is better for them right now. So they decided to go back, and Team Genetix could take the Drake for free.
I mean, a Hextech still coming out, and Void going bot side, also with the TP from Rashar coming out, so they want to commit here. But Kayn also here, counter TP from Akali coming out, so they need to be quick, but Void immediately dying, Akali putting out a lot of damage, so nothing Team Genetix can do against this, and Akali looking for more. Ooh, missing E to close the gap, but I don't think that WHALEPOWER can continue here, or look for more kills. IP Wave coming in hot, but trying to defend as good as possible. But right now, again, a lot of time for WHALEPOWER to do whatever they want. You see Ornn proxy farming top wave and mid lane tower probably going down.
Yeah, it was a good idea from Team Genetix. They wanted to get the shutdown from the Smolder, get him a little bit behind. They used the TP from Rashar, and that's a neck breaker. Unfortunately, if your only strong member dies in a game like this, it looks really horrible. So Team Genetix, they have to cook up a miracle here, because even Ornn, he's back on track. He got a lot of CS. He got the first, or not the first turret, but he got the turret. And now, what can Team Genetix do to get back into this game? It's a 4k gold lead for Team WHALEPOWER.
Yeah, I mean, still a lot of players from Team Genetix down on CS. Unfortunately, they only had this top lane, but right now we see another fight breaking out. Ornn trying to ult IP wave, but also good positioning at the moment. Could save himself, but needs to be careful. Smolder going over the wall, has to flash out. Akali also on the chase of IP wave, needs to be careful, gets the speed boost out, but I don't think he will lift that. On backlane, they will engage
nice
on
turn.
the Ornn and will get him. Also, right now, Kayn in the middle. They need to try to finish the Kayn off, but he's so slippery. But Akali rejoining the fight, and Void in a bit of a pickle right now, going down to the Smolder, and also Rashar unfortunately going down to the Smolder.
Yeah, that's, I mean, Team Jets, they're trying their best, but Team WHALEPOWER, they are living with a sliver of health, getting out every time that they try to do a play. And Team WHALEPOWER just doing a good job of understanding what their win condition is. They just have to play around the Smolder. They are, every time that you see action happening on the side of Team WHALEPOWER, Smolder is included. He's moving to the top side when the fight is happening. They are playing around bot side, and that's what you get. 6-0 Smolder. And like I said before, it only gets worse from here.
Yeah, it will get difficult no matter what. It is what it is. But the Smolder definitely looking scary at the moment, with 2 items completed. And we saw pings earlier coming out on Herald, so maybe they think about going for another Herald, but right now WHALEPOWER looking or grouping for maybe a mid lane fight or a mid lane push. As well as the Akali on bot side has no teleport available at the moment.
Yeah, so I think as Team Genetix, you want to just chill a little bit here. Try to get maybe a favorable fight 5 versus 4, because you can't bleed more right now. The momentum is so hard in WHALEPOWER's favor here. They will get the Drake, maybe try to trade the top lane tier 1, get some gold back, get to 2 items, and then try to have a fight again.
Yeah, they sent the white top side, which I think is a good move that you should try to avoid, to share as much golden experience as possible. Rashar getting engaged by the Akali. I don't know if he can win that, putting out a lot of damage. Kayn trying to help the Akali not to go down, but still Aatrox doing a lot of work here. But the Smolder doing so much damage to Ripsy.
Yeah, and I mean, if Smolder does not get one shot, the game is too hard to play. Like, this guy needs to die and he has a Braum. It's so hard to do something, but you need a perfect engage from Razar, from Void, and from Ripsy, and just one shot Smolder here. But the question is, when do they want to pull the trigger? I mean, 3 flashes are up from the side of Team Genetix. They could try to do something, but I think, yeah, it's better to just wait, give them the Drake, try to wait for a mistake from Team WHALEPOWER. They are also not challenger players. They will make a mistake at some point of the game and then try to capitalize and get a big prize.
Exactly, so we see Team Genetix trying to set up a little bit of vision topside, so they know if Baron, if it gets started or not. And WHALEPOWER going for the resets, going to buy up and heading slowly towards mid lane again, and Nash. And you see both players from, or both top lane players chilling at bot lane right now, on bot lane right now, with teleport available, so they could look for a TP if they want to. But not too much going on at the moment.
I mean, it's just wave clearing duty now. Team WHALEPOWER, they have no stress as well. I mean, they are scaling like the Smolder. He will not get weaker at any point in the game anymore. So Team Genetix, they are trying to probably wait for Jin's second item here, for Diana's second item, and then they will pull the trigger. And WHALEPOWER, they're just waiting. Maybe trying to get some Nash vision later on, getting the second Drake. It's all in the palms of their hand at the moment. And I see in the chat they are talking about the small dragon. I agree, but what if Team Genetix just gets all the dragons from now on, you know? Just kill the small dragon, kill the big dragon, kill the elder dragon, then there is a chance.
Yeah, I do actually agree with that. Okay, going in for a kill here, but gets caught immediately. TP also coming out from Rashar, but a lot of damage from the Smolder Q. And
Oh my god.
picking up left and right kills, but Kane going down finally. A colleague coming in from behind. So, losing a lot of resources on Team Genetix' side.
Yeah, I mean it's just hard to watch. Smolder, it's so hard to play against. He just dashes in, he kills you basically, or he halves you with one auto attack. And Team Genetix, you know, it just doesn't look good for them. Not only because of the game of the state of the game, but also because of their champions. Like Jin cannot outrate the Smolder, or he will never be able to outrate the Smolder from now on. Like he's not far enough ahead. And it's just about, yeah, what can they do versus the Smolder? And I don't think that they can do anything except maybe trying to shut off his PC.
That's crazy.
That would be maybe the only chance that they have to get back into this game. It's a 5k gold lead here. It's yes, hard.
Yeah, I mean, we have to say good control from WHALEPOWER around the Nash. And again, Void gets engaged by the Akali with a lot of damage output. They try to save him as good as possible, but probably Ripsy has to pay with his life here. So huge moves from WHALEPOWER, and right now Rashar fighting 2v1. The Kane going in, a lot of CC put out on him, but can he survive this any way? But I don't think he will be able to. And this would open up the window to do a lot of objectives, maybe looking at topside tower. Oh, but Void's trying to get in here, but I don't think he can do a lot against Brom.
Yeah, WHALEPOWER, will they start up the Nash? Does not look like it.
So they're really playing it slow, so a lot of tempo taken out of the game, actually, I think.
Yeah, I mean, they just try to play a slow game. You have Smolder on 3 items now. You have Drake coming up in 20 seconds. They will grab up the Drake, and then maybe they will look for a Nash fight here. You should not forget that Ornn, I think at level 14, he can give his first item away. So they're probably waiting for that as well, or not waiting, but they can wait for that, and then Smolder will be a lot stronger again. Yeah, it's just. I mean, I'm at loss for words. I don't know what I can possibly say to get us back here into the game, or what the plan could be.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe
a steal would be
here.
huge, but yeah, WHALEPOWER starting up Nash. TP from behind, but Smolder ult doing a lot of damage, and they don't even care about the Nash, they just are looking for blood. Smolder has all the stacks he needs and will get a lot of kills. Triple kill for Smolder here, and I think it's a pentakill at Crazy.
Pentakill here for Smolder. Huge place out of WHALEPOWER and of Fawn in this second game. Like the first game looked close, but WHALEPOWER showing how strong they really are, and they will take the Nash, not risk anything, and get back on the map, and then look for a finish.
Yeah, so Nash picked up by WHALEPOWER. They did not decide to end the game. I mean,
I think that's the right decision, right? You scale so hard into the late game with the Smolder and the Ornn, so there's no reason to give Team Genetix a way to come back. There's no reason to maybe overextend. You know, you just take the Nash, go back. You have 5 kills on this Smolder. He just picked up his 4th item instantly, and now it's just it's just a walk down basically.
So Rashad trying to get on the Akali, but Akali using a lot of her spells, also using ult to get out of the Cypress. Or now in a little bit of trouble. TP coming out from IP wave. Can they finish the Ornn? They can get the Ornn. Rashad still in front line doing some work. But will they continue? I mean, Akali getting pretty low. Still Rashad on the chase. Good flash from IP wave. They can finish it. Shot down from Jhin, but Kayn Smolder looking for top lane, so they need to be careful or aware about that. They can pick up the Braum. Will go for the Drake now, so it's not over apparently, yeah?
Yeah, Team Genetix doing the thing that the only thing that you can do in this situation. Just fight your way out of it. They get 3 kills. I mean, it's a long way to go here. The Smolder is still alive, and they just got 2 inhibs, but they got the Drake, the 3rd Drake. They got some shutdown gold at least, and now they can hope that in 5 minutes, Team WHALEPOWER does a mistake and they can get the soul. And it's not a weak soul here, it's probably the strongest soul in the game.
Yeah, and also, you know, with the 2 inhibits down, I know it's 2 inhibitors down, and you really need to play around that, but it still gives some gold to Team Genetix. So, of course, they need to pick up some gold right now to go further with their items and maybe make something happen.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, the later the game goes, the stronger the Smolder gets. But it's also the later the game goes, the bigger the cost of the mistake will get. So if they can get the Smolder one time, WHALEPOWER is in a lot of trouble, because then maybe Nash is up, maybe Soul is up, maybe Elder Drake is up in that time. So Team Genetix fighting back. Like you said, it's not over now.
Yeah, Django needs to be careful there. Was very, very close to Akali. And now Team Genetix resetting to save that last inhibitor that is standing. We'll see what they can do. I don't think they can save it, as it looks like it goes down. So inhibitor exposed. Can they find the right engage that they need? Preferably kill the Smolder in the process. So Ripsy looking for an ult, triple ult. Smolder is untouched. Void going on the backline, but not enough damage, unfortunately. And a lot of damage again on the Smolder, and the rest of Team Genetix, it's dying. And Django, I think, going down. Good flash, good exhaust, and I don't think that he will survive this. Exactly, Akali also going down, but unfortunately, this will be the game unless Django can pull out something magical. Ooh, good movement from him, but it will not be enough, and unfortunately this is the end of the journey for us, and GG well played to WHALEPOWER.
Yeah, I think WHALEPOWER had a really, really strong game. Well played to them, and I think they are deserved in Division 4. And the only thing that I can say is I watched these playoffs now, and I have to say, I think also from our side, Team Genetix, they can be really happy with the performances that they showed. They lost versus a strong WHALEPOWER, yes, but they had insane performances yesterday. They won versus a Division 4 team as well. So I think we deserve to go through in these playoffs. Maybe had not the best opponent to face off against right now, but we are still learning. Team Genetix League of Legends team, they did not play too long together, right? It's a relatively new team without a coach, to say so, and they performed really well. Unfortunately, it it wasn't enough. But as we know, at least if we get to the sixth try, then we will win for sure because WHALEPOWER won as well today.
Exactly. And I still want to point out, I mean, in the end, we have to be the biggest gatekeepers of Prime League because again, we kicked out a Division 4 team down to Division 5 in yesterday, which was also not an easy game. So it's unfortunate that we did not make it. But still, I'm proud of the team. It were insane games, very, very fun to cast. And yeah, we will remain the gatekeepers for Division 4, standing in front of the gates, screaming, open the gates, but they will not be opened yet. So yeah, it will be another time, but not today.
Yeah, and I think we will have like a 2-minute short break, and then we will get Void and Razar in here for some questions for the last time for these playoffs.
All right, so we will go into a 2-minute break, and then we will be right back.
Okay, I will go get them. Okay, I think.
Okay. We are back. Welcome, guys. GG's.
Thank you.
So Yuma, you want to start with the questions?
Yeah, so first of all, I mean, unfortunately, it wasn't enough to get into Div 4 this time. But what did you take away now that this is over? What did you take away for yourself from these playoffs? Maybe starting with Void here.
Well, we definitely, let's say, didn't have really much time as a 5-man comp to practice a lot, right? Like Ripsy and Oli are both relatively new members. So it's already nice to see how far we did it anyways. And obviously the last series showed us some some points we have to improve on. And yeah, we will do that for the next time, I think.
Thank you very much. And Razar, what did you take away from these playoffs?
Like for myself only, because I can't talk for the team. I'm mostly not on the playing side, but I can take away that we should be more strict in our play side. We are too much adapting enemy compositions. And for myself also I'm playing more like solo queue. That's I can think about. I have to play more team oriented, not going for solo plays like I always do. I underestimated the enemy Camel in the first matchup, forgetting that she's a Camel OTP and played probably the matchup more than me. And that that's my takeaway. That I should play more team oriented.
Okay, thank you very much. Then maybe also for me, like I agree, Void, you didn't play a lot together, but I think it will get better for sure. And I think you were really close this time around. It was not like a force that you got this far into the bracket. I think you guys were really good, and like I said before as well, it was a pleasure to watch. Then next question for me is, now that I mean, obviously it hurts. Playoffs Division 4 are over, but next step is Switzerland. From our side, what do you think, Void, you need to change to get the win at the Switzerland here? Or what is the next steps for you guys to prepare for the Switzerland? Sorry.
The next step to improve, probably communication. If we get on one page, like we have very individually gifted players, I would say. So if we can adapt the weapons to be on one page and do a shooting commando, I think, yeah, would be very good. That's one step. And also, if we get to know each other like in real life, if we meet up at the Switzerland, I think also the LAN buff, the feeling, the environment will give us fresh wind. Yeah.
For me, I think it is adapting my champion pool. I have like only Juggernauts because they are the most fun for me to play. But the last games showed me a bit more that other champions feel better in the team playing style. And like the same I said, I want to play more team oriented. And other thing is like in the team that we might to have a playbook. Know that how the plays we are making has to be made. Because sometimes I have the feeling that I'm not fully trusted in this play, but I still do it. But the little thing that's unclear for me, making it harder for me to do it, and mistakes happen afterwards. I hope we can actually do it for us, like reviewing games and discussing those plays. So we have all this.
Okay, X-Breaker, do you still have a question?
Yeah, you took all my questions away, so thank you for that. No, I'm kidding. No, maybe Roshar. It's your first LAN was actually in earlier this year. So what are you looking forward for Switzerland? Maybe coming back to a known place. I mean, it will be a different event, but I think there will be many new stuff as well. What are you looking forward, especially for the next event?
Actually, I was struggling with some mental issues because I had an operation on my knee, and also I'm thinking about a career change, and that made me think a lot and make it harder for me to play League or concentrate on League. But the playoffs showed me a bit more that this is a lot of fun to play. Like I had so much fun this playoffs, and I wanted and I got the grasp again of chasing the higher points, top, and I'm considering maybe to still stay here in the team and go for another split.
Here we go.
Maybe, but I have to ask again. It's fine. And yeah, we need to talk about it again.
Yeah, so we will have a team talk tomorrow anyway, or later today. I don't know
Okay.
what Hugo
And,
decided
and
here.
on the Switzerland, I'm looking forward to join if possible. The only problem is that there's my study starting, and I don't want to get behind from the beginning because it's my first time studying, and I think it's gonna be hard. That's why I'm a bit thinking about it, but I think about it to join Switzerland.
Okay. I mean, I cannot ask the same question to Void because he's already a LAN veteran, but nevertheless, what are you looking forward?
Oh, I am looking forward for a lot of stuff.
Time to shit Melor.
But
Here we go.
I always love it. Like I don't get to see the people I play with and I like really often, you know. And like having a event where everyone is on one close spot and just enjoying the time together, and everyone is there to play the games we like, and obviously the poopy in the toilet, or next to the toilet, I should say, the LAN classic. But
Yes. The usual.
that's per fucking usual. No, but like really meeting up with our guys, meeting up with the enemy teams we played a lot. You know, every year you see the same people in different rosters or not playing anymore, but just seeing familiar faces and just enjoying the time in general.
Good stuff. Thank you very much. Okay, Yuma, any questions left?
Yeah, so
for
I wanted
tonight?
to troll with my last question, but after hearing that answer, I think this is a good ending to this.
The lawn poopy made it, huh? It's crazy.
He made it again.
No, I think what I want to say in the end, it was really a pleasure to cast you guys. I was so nervous the last two days and today, and it was so much fun. So thank you guys for bringing us these exciting matches.
Well, thank you guys for casting and having
Yeah.
us.
For sure.
It was also very
And
nice for us
everything you
to
did for us.
see and feel the support, you know. Like
Yeah.
it got us hyped as well.
Thank you very much. We will try next time to not say M that much and
And learn the game again, maybe.
and learn the game,
Hey.
learn the language. But
Why I'm getting fronted again for my age? Fuck you.
I think on that note, we will close the stream here. Thanks again to everybody watching. I think that we had like 27 viewers today. It was crazy, and yeah, thanks for watching from my side, and see you next split again.
Thank you very much, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.